Hello and welcome to Did I Fix That? And today we're going to be working on the 2022 Kia Telluride. I'm going to be installing a hitch on the vehicle. I did not buy one from the factory. Maybe I should have, but hindsight's 2020, so here I am. I'm putting on a hitch. The hitch I got is the Curt 13420. Got that from rockauto.com. I think the list price on it was about $165. Then you got your shipping and taxes out the door. I think it was right about 200 bucks. One thing I will say is, it looks like a well-built hitch. It says it has 5,000 pound capacity, 750 pound tongue weight. Unless you use a weight distribution hitch, then it's 6,000 pounds, and 750 still on the tongue weight. But it's powder coated, although I will say it did come scratched up a little bit, so I did grab some just gloss black paint and spray painted a little bit on it, just to kind of cover up the scratches. It came like bubble wrapped. I'm not blaming Rock Auto, not blaming the shipping. I just think, probably when they're shipped from the factory, they are in a box and they kind of bang around together, to be honest with you. But at any rate, tools that you'll need, you're gonna need a basic socket set with a 20, a 19, and a 17 millimeter socket. You need a torque wrench, and you're gonna need a screwdriver. So the first order of operations is to come into your trunk area. And right here is the spare tire release mechanism, so to speak. It's just like a pickup truck style. So you just stick your screwdriver underneath there, lift that up, and then you're going to lower down your spare. So you can use your lug wrench. We'll do this as well, but I'm just putting it on this impact driver. And as I do that, you'll see there, just kind of drops down on the ground. Do it enough so that you got a little bit of slack there. There we go. All right, so that's off. Then we'll just take this piece. It'll come up and through. It should. There you go. And now you can just pull the spare tire out. Oh, hard to do one-handed. Here we go. All right. So, spare tire out. Now I will crawl underneath the vehicle and start taking off this access panel right here. All right, now that I'm underneath the car, what we need to do is take these plastic clips off here. So you see there's a little cutout that you can put your screwdriver into, just a small flat blade. You don't need a plastic removal clip tool and removal tool. So you just put that in there, rotate it a little bit. Let me try that one more time. Right in there, rotate, and will come down like that. Pull it straight down. There's two of those you gotta take out, that one and this one. Do the same thing here. There you go, that comes out. Now there are two Phillips head screwdrivers, or screws I should say. One right here. Pop that out. I've already had this thing out once, but I wanted to figure out how to do it off camera. And then this one here. Now, once these two are loose, you'll start pulling the panel straight down, and that'll loosen the sides. Oh, there, it fell off pretty easily because I've already had it loose. I didn't have it in. And then just the thing comes right off. But as you can see, I'll show you it's held in with a series of tabs on the posterior backside of the car and on the lateral or aspect of the vehicle as well. A couple of little tabs there. So pretty easy to get off. Just pull it straight down to come out. Okay, so the next thing you gotta do is kind of get the exhaust system loose so that you can have access to the frame rails. So what's in your way of getting this off, or loose I should say, are these rubber hangers. And the easy way to get them off is to just basically use some Windex, squirt, kind of lube them up a little bit. Basically we're trying to get this rod a little lubed up. Grab some channel locks. These are really cheap, crappy ones that I have here. And I'm going to squeeze on both sides of that, and it'll pop, start the edge up and over. All right, so I'm up and over now. Then just grab it by hand and pull. Now, before you get your exhaust system loose, if you look underneath the car, I've got a jack down there supporting it so it won't all come crashing down. But anyhow, so now I'm going to continue to slide this off. And bam, all right, that's loose. So I've got to do that one, and then I'm going to do the one up here that's right by the rear differential. Same technique, just spray it up with some Windex, and just pop it off with your channel locks, and then I'll do that one, then we'll tune back in. Okay, another piece that we need to take off, and I neglected to do this when I began, was this side plastic thing, and that allows you to get access to these side bolts that you're going to be putting in on the frame rail. Pretty simple to take off. We're going to use our flat blade screwdriver again and pop these little clips off. There's 4 of them. There's 1, there's 2. These just like the other ones. You'll see the little flat spot. Put your screwdriver in there, and they just, God, these things just come out so easily. No need to buy a special tool for this. Then there's a couple of 14 millimeter plastic bolts up there. These things you can just pretty much turn by hand. You need your ratchet handle. So there's that one. It's coming out. Get that out all the way. And I can actually do this by hand, I think. I just pull down or come off all the way. Let's see here. Alright. Making me look like a monkey here trying to get this off. Let me, these are not like the ones on my Porsche that just simply are threaded. I don't know what's, there it goes. Alright, that one's off. Oh crap, I put it back on. Okay, so these things will thread off. I guess they thread off and push on. That's what it looks like. So, almost all the way off. And just go ahead and do that for both of these, and then we're going to take this piece down. Okay, so I'm underneath the car right now, and I did this off camera. I kind of wrestled this hitch into place. Nothing to really see there, nothing too exciting. But we've got the longer, bigger bolts with a washer on, going from the inside to the outside of the vehicle. Then the smaller ones with a washer on going, you know, up in here. I did put these on first, and then on the opposite side, on the outer aspect of the vehicle, we're going to sneak over here, and we're going to put a washer on, and then put our bolt, or nut, I'm sorry, nut on. And then we're going to torque these down just a second. So now on the other side, now keep in mind I did put a jack up here. Had to lower the jack slightly so that the muffler will drop down and give us enough room to squeeze this underneath. Now here's a heat shield that's going to kind of get in your way a little bit, as you can see. So just kind of, you can deflect it up enough to kind of sneak that bolt in on both sides, the front and the back one, and do the same thing on the bottom of the frame rail. Put those in with a smaller connector. So now I'm going to go get my torque wrench, and we're going to torque these rascals down. Okay, so the next thing to do is to torque your fasteners. So the ones on the bottom here, the smaller ones are 49 and the bigger ones are 79 foot-pounds of torque. The ones on the muffler side are a little more difficult to get to. You'll have to kind of monkey around, maybe, you know, just kind of move your muffler around a bit, drop it down side to side. Might be helpful to have somebody kind of pull it over to one side while you're working on it, but you know, just like I said, the larger ones, the ones going from the inside to outside on the frame rails, will be 79 pounds. The ones shooting up through the bottom, the smaller ones, are 49 foot-pounds of torque. And so I'm going to do that. Let's see if I can get one here on camera, one-handed, if I have enough muscle to do it. But I've got my torque wrench set. Actually, I have it set on 50 pounds. I don't think one extra foot-pound is going to hurt anything. So we got that on there, and you'll just hear a click as it lets off here. Let's get this tight. And if it'll go. All right, so I am done. I got the hangers back on. Those just literally, I put some more Windex on this and just kind of pushed it on. Go on real easily. Don't forget you've got that one and the one for the exhaust, the muffler itself right there. Got my spare tire back up. If I had to say anything that would make this job a little bit easier, as far as having access to the bolts over here by the muffler, I would say, if you want to make your life easy as far as torquing everything down, I just say take the rearmost muffler section off the exhaust system. I know that sounds like a lot of unnecessary stuff, but literally you've already got your brackets loose, or your hangers off. It's just those two bolts there, 1 and 2. And since the vehicle's, this one's new, it should come off very easily. That's just a thought. I'll probably get in trouble from somebody out there on YouTube for saying that. But at any rate, the only other thing is, as you can see, I do not have the trim piece. So there is a trim piece. It's this, but it's been notched out for the hitch. They've got one coming in apparently end of next week. It's like 50, 52 bucks, something like that. The only issue with it is, and I asked the guy at the parts center, or at the dealership, is that, as you can see, mine's gloss black, whereas this piece will be matte black. So the dilemma is, do you, you know, cut out your existing one, or do you get the factory made one that's notched out for the receiver? And then they also have a notch out here kind of for the 4-pin wiring connection, which I do not have on the vehicle yet. When I get one, I'll put up a video on how to install that. But at any rate, it goes together pretty easily. Just torque everything down, and so far so good. Y'all comment on what you guys might do for the trim piece. Would you hack up your factory one, or would you spend 50 bucks on one that is not painted like this one is, and install that? So you can see how this one's painted gloss, whereas the other one, I think, is all going to be this matte color, like this little bottom section here. But we shall see. Thanks again. And did I fix that? Yes, I did.